I think we need to talk, really. We do need to talk. A lot of people have been asking a lot of questions, which were thought provoking based on the previous episode that you probably have just like listened to. Because I know a lot of you, came through this podcast because of that episode that is like, 20K plus views right now. A lot of you are asking or were asking, how can we avoid such situations? Basically, the episode is speaking about, this young lady, in Nigerian men and how, her life, came to a tragic, encounter eventually because of the love of money and everything like that. And so a lot of people have been asking, how can we save our girls? How can we save our women? What can we do better? Why, are we in this position in the first place? And I just want to be as brutal as I can, because I know, if you've listened to that episode, everything that I'm going to say right now is going to make sense. The only person that's going to argue with this is someone that hasn't listened to that episode. So I'd say, go straight to the point, like go back, and listen to that person, like to that episode, and then come back and listen. It's going to probably make a lot of sense. I believe as a world, as South Africa, as everyone, as global, because it's like it's no longer just something that is in SA. It's like everywhere, it's what is being preached out there. We have normalized prostitution. And prostitution, in the definition of this context, is offering and rendering intimacy, for money. And which is basically a business. You're like, you're there, I'm gonna give you this, you're gonna give me this money and stuff like that. And we have normalized it so much that, when you browse over the internet, you see a lot of people that, are speaking about it. The people that are out there in the media, in your face, they speak about it. They speak about how they're supposed to be pampered, how they're supposed to be getting girlfriend allowance. It's the grooming that has been put in a lot of women out there in such a way that, they believe that it pays to be in a relationship, which is, why, there's this thing that says allowance. Allowance is basically, you are doing something, I'm paying you. That's why people who go to school, they get these allowances, because they are doing education, they're learning, and in return they're getting money, right? And so they are like, oh, if I can get into a relationship and then I'll get money in return, then so why do I need to work? Why should I go to to school? And why should I go like start the entire route from scratch when I can just like get paid for just being a female and stuff like that? And then they don't know that, a lot of people then use that to objectify women, right? And to just like, it cuts this, I'd say, an umbilical cord that's just like sucking love, like it's suckling love and nutrients of being a healthy, person, into you. It cuts it with a big scissor. And when it cuts it, it means that now we do not, have this love and everything like that. Everyone is just thinking of it as like just an exchange, for something, and they get to pay for it. And if they get to pay for it, they demand it. And if they demand it, they feel like, they should have it in their own required way and stuff like that. So that's why you see a lot of women right now not being respected, not being loved, not being appreciated and stuff like that, because they have normalized the fact that they understand that women right now, most of them have come out and boldly say that, they need or require money from men in such a way that whichever woman that is out there and is a good woman, will also get mistreated, because now everyone is thinking every woman is like that. There's a generalization that has, started with generalizing the fact that women are supposed to be rendered, are supposed to be rendering services, and in return are supposed to be given money. And they affirm it themselves. They affirm it when they say it out loud. I need a girlfriend allowance. I need to be pampered. I can't date a broke person. I can't do so and so. Which is fine. Those are your preferences, but it also puts you in a point whereby now, you are being seen as a good, like as a service, like that people just have to pay for it. And it's nothing more than that. It's just like now, they see you as just a service, as just a good, and nothing more, nothing less. They don't see you as someone that they should marry. They don't see you as the mother of their kids. They don't see you as someone that will, have a long stand with them. They just see you as someone like, let me pay for it and let me get what I deserve. And if I don't get what I deserve, let me mistreat, let me do all of this stuff, because I demand to get, a certain, service that is rated 5-star, because I've paid for 5-star, money and stuff like that. And it all went wrong when we normalized that. When we normalized women going out there boldly saying that men are reduced to money. and nothing else. They're supposed to give out money and nothing else. And to solve it, someone was asking, how can we then solve it? Because it's a problem, it's a big problem. Our women out there are getting assaulted, our women out there are getting raped, our women out there are getting trafficked, our women out there are just, are getting used as props, they're getting used as, ritual things, that get to cleanse men and stuff like that. We probably have seen it in a lot of episodes that have been put out there. So how can we solve it? How can we protect these women that don't know what they're signing up for right now? And I say there is no way to protect them. There is no way. There's no way you can stop this wave, because a lot of influencers, a lot of celebrities are actually pushing for these agendas and stuff like that. They are there, affirming it, posting this luxurious stuff, posting these mottos, I just said motto, it is an engineer, that doesn't make sense, right? I wouldn't be speaking about motors. I wanted to say vehicles, I'm speaking about vehicles that they pay. My man bought me this. My man bought me this bouquet. My man bought me this mansion. My man bought me all of this stuff. It's now so attractive to women. You can't now take it away, from their thought. They think immediately right now, a man who really loves me is supposed to do this. And a man is thinking, I've given so much, so I expect so much in return and stuff like that. And now it creates a whole gender war whereby, everyone is just trying to, misuse each other, for their own benefits and stuff like that. And the people that are suffering, it always says that when two bulls are fighting, the grass suffers. And the grass right now is the people that are actually really genuine, legit, good people that, are actually really good people. They don't want any part of this stuff, but they get to be in that point right now. It's so bad. It's so bad, it's very bad. It is very bad. And, it is just for now, as a parent, if you're listening, as a parent, when you eventually become a parent, is to teach your child, pamper them, let them know that, this is what love looks like when it comes with material, because now the world is all based on material. Take your kids to dates, take your sisters to dates, take your brothers, your brothers, take your sisters to date, because this is mostly about women, right? We're trying to protect our women. Take them to date, let them feel the love because you genuinely love them, and let them get the material so that they can identify material that comes without love and stuff like that. And if they can identify that, then they can protect themselves next time when they see a man wanting to give them a car. They can see that this car comes without love. When you have literally showed them what it means to have materials with love, because you can't take away the fact that women want materials right now. They really do want materials, and it's you can't blame it, because we also are people that grew up through poverty. But in some cases, even if we solve the issue of poverty, we'll still be left with this idea of women wanting to be competitive against each other and wanting to be better over each other. So they will still require a great deal amount of money from others. I don't know how we can solve that competitiveness between the genders and stuff like that. But we also realize that men, half of the stuff that women do against each other, or that women do, for themselves, is not. I know a lot of people make this misconception of saying that it's for a man or it's about a man. No, it's not about a man. It's about they want to be better than they are themselves. Than the other lady out there. They will go out there, do a butt lift, not because they want to attract men, but because they want to have a bigger booty than someone else. That is a female who is out there, admired by a lot of people. They want to reach their standard, or they want to look better than them, or they want to be the same as them, and stuff like that. And so they use each other as a way of ranking themselves, of where they stand. And as long as they see themselves as that, as a competition against each other, they're still gonna continue look for material, poverty or not poverty or anything like that. And it's normalizing this stuff, and no one is condemning it. There are people that actually have the power, that have experienced it, because I'm telling you 100%, there are a lot of people, women that have going through the materialistic way, and they know the consequences of it, and they keep quiet. They don't speak about it, and the more they don't speak about it, the more they endorse it. For a lot of people out there to actually keep on doing it, keep on thinking it's a glorious thing, keep on thinking that it's a wonderful thing, keep on thinking that it's okay to do it, keep on thinking that it's the way through everything. else, and it really isn't, and it's hurting a lot of women, it's hurting a lot of people out there. It's gonna hurt our girls, it's gonna hurt our sisters, it's gonna hurt our cousins and stuff like that. So I say, man, the best weapon we can use right now is to be the ones as families to love the people that are in our family and pamper them, love them, pamper them, love them, so that they can identify it out there. They should not feel, like, love is something that is strange or something that is amazing that just comes out of blue. They should identify the values that matter in whichever love that they choose. They should be able to have so much big eyes to realize the wrong from right, because they've experienced it before. Because half of the times, it is because they've never experienced it, and so now they are walking around like blindfolded. They're trying to familiarize themselves with how a guava feels like from a touch. They're gonna have to touch it first. They touch it the second time, and then maybe after the third or fourth, fifth time, then they know how a guava feels like when you touch it. That's the same thing that they are gonna do, with the dating industry, dating thing as well. The more they do it, the more they learn, and then they will tell you that, oh, now they are settling down, instead of telling you that, oh, we realize that there are these kind of things that we realize are not good. They are not good for you, they're gonna affect you, and now so we think we're gonna take a break from it. They're not gonna say that. And sadly, it also affects them now, because when they get into marriage and they no longer get pampered with all of this stuff, they can't stay anymore, and now the kids that are born from them also get to suffer, and so the consequences escalate and stuff like that. So it's the media, man. The media has really ruined it. And to answer all of your questions, it's sad. Women are naive. We can't argue with that. Some women are very naive, and some will probably keep on getting hurt, but our role to play as the ones that can see that there's something wrong with what is happening is to then give the love to those that do it, because they so yearn for love, and they so yearn for pampering. Pamper them, show them real love, let them learn from that, so that the next time they make a move, they know that this has love or this doesn't have love. Then they make a decision from an informed position. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope I answered a lot of your questions. And take good care of yourself. I hope you are a real one, and you stay woke. And I'll see you next one. Take good care of yourself.